Good afternoon and welcome to the town of Cheektowaga, Chapel Avenue, as we're here to officially kick off the second phase of the county's single-family homes that are being built using a $20 million investment that was announced as part of the American Rescue Plan. I'm Erie County Executive Mark Polenkars, and I'm pleased to be joined by a number of the members of the county government, including our head of the Department of Real Property Taxation, who is also the chair of the Buffalo Erie Niagara Land Improvement Corporation, Scott Bylewski. We're also joined by Dan Castle, a member of the Land Bank, which is what the Buffalo Erie Niagara Land Improvement Corporation is more affectionately known, as well as Thomas Baines, the Deputy Commissioner of the Department of Environment Planning. We are also joined by, of course, my Deputy County Executive, Lisa Shamira, as well as the Executive Director of the Land Bank, Jocelyn Gordon. Approximately a week ago, we kicked off the construction of single-family homes in the city of Buffalo, 47 of them, which are to fill in neighborhoods and also build neighborhoods that previously hadn't existed for quite some time. And we are doing the second phase of that today with regards to 5 homes that will be built in the town of Cheektowaga. As I noted, through the American Rescue Plan, Erie County received $20 million, of which $13.5 million of it was dedicated towards single-family homes that would be owner-occupied. These are not going to be rentals, and they are affordable homes. The cost for these homes is going to cost the land bank approximately $325,000 apiece. However, Erie County will then subsidize the purchase of the house to make it affordable, and it'll be purchased by the homeowners. It will not be rented. It cannot be rented. It cannot be used for Airbnbs. It has to be a home that people will live in and will strengthen a neighborhood. And we will have provisions in the contracts to ensure that that's the case for all of the homes that are part of the affordable home project that we're doing through the land bank. I want to thank Supervisor Brian Nowak for his support of this project. While technically the town of Cheektowaga is not part of the overall land bank organization, which includes the city of Buffalo, the city of Lackawanna, the city of Tonawanda, the county, we are working with our partners across Erie County to ensure that, seems our friend doesn't have a little problem there, but to ensure that we are strengthening neighborhoods. That's what this is about. But it's also about giving people an opportunity for home ownership, which is the greatest way to increase wealth in any family. We know when it comes to housing in our region, just like across the entire United States, we don't have enough housing. We don't have enough single-family homes. We do not have enough apartments and other types of properties for people to buy, to rent. So we put $13.5 million aside for single-family homes construction. We also put $6.5 million aside for multi-unit dwellings, of which we are creating, and it's our $6.5 million has leveraged more than $300 million to create 700 units across the community. And we need more apartments. We need more condos, but we also have to have single-family homes. And that's why it's important that we put that $13.5 million here. The city put $10 million to be used for the city. And we're putting these homes across the county where needed. We know Cheektowaga is one of the most important suburbs that we have in Erie County. It has been a key location of people's lives for more than a century, and it is often the place where people buy their first home. And that's why it's important that we built homes in the town of Cheektowaga to fill these empty spots where homes used to exist, but for one reason or another, they were demolished. So I'm very pleased to be here with our partners, including the construction partner in this, Busili Construction, who will be building this home starting in May. So thank you for being here. It is important that we work with all to make these projects happen. We bid these out. We had parties respond to the bids. Private sector contractors will be coming in and constructing these. We worked with them to ensure that we could keep the cost down so it would be affordable, that these homes would not be out of a price range that other people could afford. But then we wanted to make certain that the homes also fit in the neighborhoods that they were being placed, that it wasn't something that looked totally foreign to the neighborhood. And that's what's going to happen here. It's a brand new house is going to be built right on the corner here, and you're going to see a house that is new, but will fit in with the neighborhood to ensure that this neighborhood grows and it's strong, which of course will increase the property value of the other houses in the neighborhood. Because when you have new homes that are being constructed in a neighborhood where there's older homes, invariably the value of those older homes goes up, which makes it a much more valuable asset for the people who live there. So I want to thank all my partners for making this a reality. We're unfortunately not joined by our chair of the Erie County Legislature, Tim Myers, as they're in session right now, and I know he wanted to be here, and hopefully he'll be here before the end of the press conference, because he's been a strong advocate of the land bank, ensuring that these homes were not just built in the city of Buffalo, but they were built in the town of Cheektowaga, and that we're looking at other locations too, where there's need. We need to be there, and we are going to be there, because one of the advantages of this program is there will be a home buyer. They will get a subsidy. It will be partially subsidized by Erie County, but they got to go out and get a mortgage, and they got to pay Erie County a certain amount of money. And then we use that money to build more homes across our county. So this program will not just stop with the houses that we built here in Cheektowaga and Buffalo, but will continue and grow throughout the entire community. So to all, thank you for being here. I want to thank my partners, especially who made this reality, and someone who's been a strong advocate for the town of Cheektowaga, who understands the importance of this project and why it matters. I want to invite to the podium our good partner, Supervisor Brian Nowak. Thank you. To say something good now that they can record.
There we go. Good afternoon, everyone. I think we all know through discussions about housing over the past several decades that there's been a shortage, that there's a need for affordable housing, there's a need for more housing. The county executive spoke to that, but I just want to focus a little bit on the history of what we've done to get to this point for housing in this neighborhood and in other neighborhoods in Cheektowaga. Without the FHA, without the GI Bill, with all sorts of state and federal supports, without the Highway Act in the 1950s, which all of those helped to build. Of course, there's an airplane. Good timing. So the history with housing, particularly in the town of Cheektowaga, is a history of the GI Bill, of the FHA, of the Federal Highway Act, making affordable housing possible in this area, about expanding into the first ring suburbs. And it's a history of how state and federal investments have helped to make housing available for people and at a rate where they can actually afford and build home equity and build wealth. So when we have discussions about how to alleviate housing shortages, the needs for more apartments and rentals, especially the needs for more single family housing and for more home ownership, having something like this where the land bank in Erie County are working together with using federal funds that came into Erie County to help be part of the solution when it comes to housing. Not only is it a good thing, not only is it something we should be doing, it's part of our history, it's part of the American tradition, it's something we've seen in the past, we're seeing it now, and we're going to see it again in the future. So I want to thank the county executive and the legislature and the folks that supported this funding in the first place at the federal level for all doing their part to make this possible. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor. As we noted, the county, the cities are the owners of the land bank, so to speak. But we have a team that works at the land bank on a daily basis to build these homes and to do other things that the land bank was originally designed for, which is also saving older homes from demolition. So it is my pleasure to introduce Jocelyn Gordon, the Executive Director of BENLIC, the Buffalo Erie Niagara Land Improvement Corporation, to talk more about not only this project, but how these projects are going to commence as we go through the remainder of the year. So, Jocelyn.
Thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you. What a momentous day to be here as the land bank moves forward with our mission to build affordable housing in the city of Buffalo, but also in the important first-ring suburbs where new housing is so important. I want to expand a little bit on what Supervisor Nowak was talking about. And what we realized when we were putting this presentation together today is that the town of Cheektowaga has been our strongest partner over the last decade. We have revitalized almost 50 properties in Cheektowaga since 2014. And the work that we've done in Cheektowaga actually reflects our evolution as a land bank. When we first started, we were dealing with the foreclosure crisis, and we were dealing with zombie properties, we were dealing with demolitions, and the town of Cheektowaga has always been so strong and so responsive in terms of keeping track of those vacant properties and working to get them back into productive use. So as time has gone on over the last decade, the zombie property has taken care of itself a bit, hopefully with our help. The absentee landlord issue has taken care of itself a bit, but now we have a desperate supply problem. So we have some vacant properties here that are ripe for new homes. And once again, the town of Cheektowaga was right there with us to enable us to put up new homes using this money. So thank you to the town, thank you to the supervisor, and thanks to Erie County for evolving with us as we kind of move on to the next part of this journey, which really is putting new homes and creating affordable supply for the people here in Western New York. So it's great. And I just do want to acknowledge also the designer there are actually 5 homes that we're doing here in Cheektowaga. There's 5 homes. There's actually one right around the block from us that also just started construction today, as well as 3 others in Cheektowaga. So Kevin Connors is here from Ecologic Studio. Kevin's our architect, our project architect. So thank you very much. And then again, Ryan Buccilli and his managing partner / wife Danielle from Buccilli Renovations. And Ryan is going to be building this house right here. So all in all, our land bank has 64 homes, new affordable homes under development. And again, thank you so much to the town who, as I mentioned, has really been our strongest partner, nearly 50 properties that we've worked on over the last 10 years. So thank you. And I do want to just allow our tireless board chair, who is the Erie County Real Property Director, Scott Bileski, as well, to just say a few words about this project. Thank you.
Thank you, and it's great to be in Cheektowaga. I'm fairly familiar with this neighborhood because right down the street is my mom's mother's homestead. They lived there for about 60 years. And so it's wonderful to be able to have a project in Cheektowaga. There are a lot of people to thank. I know I'm going to be missing some, but I would be remiss if I did not thank the county executive for all of his efforts and work in making this happen, as well as his administration and staff, the county legislature with Chair Tim Myers. Also, Cheektowaga Supervisor Brian Nowak has been extremely instrumental and very supportive of our efforts, as well as efforts of the administration in general. So I'd like to thank him. As it relates to Benlick, my fellow board members, thank you. Jocelyn as executive director, staff, Ben, Alexis, John, am I missing it? Matt, thank you. So I just want to make sure that we do have our thanks to them for all their hard work and effort in bringing this project here today. I've said this before, that for me there are really 3 important toll gates, toll booths, benchmarks for us to move forward on. The first one's getting the funding so that way we can bring these homes bring these houses and have them come forward. The next is the groundbreaking, which we're here for today. And then the third piece, and more importantly for me, is turning those houses into homes. And so I look forward to that day that we get to have those keys turned over to the new homeowner. With that being said, just want to again express my thanks. I'll turn it back over to the county executive if there are any further comments or questions at that time. Thank you.
Thanks, Scott. Thanks, Scott. Thanks for the work that you do and all the board members do. They have day jobs that are very busy, and this is part of the work that they do as well. So thank you all. I also have to give a shout out because this money did come from the American Rescue Plan. It has to be spent by the end of next year, and we are going to get our money spent, but I have to give a shout out to former President Joe Biden and former Congressman Brian Higgins, who both were huge supporters of the American Rescue Plan, we would probably be doing some home ownership new construction, but without the American Rescue Plan, it wouldn't be the amount of homes that we're doing right now, because they gave us the opportunity through the funding to do affordable housing types of projects, including single-family homes. So I need to thank them. With that, we are going to break some ground, which actually is pretty much already broken, but we'll throw some dirt, as I like to say, and then we'll come back and answer any questions from the media if there are on topic or off topic. So, I'll go over here.